Okay, we're gonna put all the new meat in the freezer today. I hope I can get us set up, but I only got 3 boxes. So this is we didn't get a full beef, but it's a big freezer. I get that. We're gonna talk about how I organize it and how I put it together a little bit. Some people use like crates and stuff. I don't, just cause I don't have any. So I try to just zone it out a little bit, and you're gonna see what a mess it turns into after a couple months, right? Because we always need to be reorganizing and redoing our freezer. And I use it for a lot of, more than just beef. I'll use it for my vegetable storage and stuff like that. Okay, so the first I'm gonna do is pull out all the vegetables. So on this side of the fridge, I have my pork and some corn that I just put up. So I'm actually not gonna really touch this side because the beef all has to go over here. So now my challenge is that I have last year's beef still in here. So I'm gonna have to pull that out, put the new beef in and the old beef on top so we use it in the right order. All right, I'm gonna start putting roasts and then steaks in. I moved the steaks to a different section, then I'll put them on top. Okay, so I pulled out all of the last season roasts and steaks and beef. You can see the color difference, the bluer, whiter maybe. These are more off-white. These are last year's, this is this year's. So I'm putting all of this year's at the bottom and I'll put all of last year's on top so we use it straight away. There's our burger. This side is all pork. I've actually stacked some of the organ meat here for now, just for a little bit while I'm messing in the freezer. So we'll have to talk about that in a little bit. You'll notice that the beef that I'm putting in here says not for sale. That's because this isn't USDA or even state inspected. They can just be at a state inspected facility, but there's no inspector there to watch the butchering process because this is a private deal. Like, it's my cow that I asked them to butcher for me. Now, if I were to sell this to you, I couldn't because the packaging says not for sale because it's not inspected, so not necessarily safe. So if you buy burger from us, you'll get a 1 pound package like this, and you'll see that there's all of your USDA inspected information on there. There's our address and our ingredients, but your packaging will look a little bit different because you get the state inspection. I mean, federal inspection. So, doesn't always stay organized, but here's my game plan for this year. The rhubarb is gonna go on top of this year's ground beef because I probably will use it the slowest. Zucchini, I don't use a lot, so that'll go on top of this year's because that'll be used last, right? We wanna use this ground beef first. So under this fruit, we eat a lot of smoothies in the summer, so I go through fruit pretty quick. So under this fruit, I'm putting this last year's ground beef that has to get used up quick. The corn, of course, is over here. Doug doesn't like eating beets right here, so I'm on my own for eating the beets. We have a lot more veggies to put in, but we go through them really, really fast. So I always have a lot, but it cycles through quickly. All right, the final product isn't pretty. I get that. The liver I'm putting on top because I want to thaw it out and cut it up and freeze it separately for the dogs. So that's a to-do list right there. And the rest of this is kind of veggies on the top. But the beef isn't too far below it, so I'll grab a bag of veggies and a bag of beef, and here we go. All right. Now you know my hidden secrets of my dirty freezer, my full freezer, and tune in next time when we actually thaw out the freezer. Oh my goodness, my mother would be disappointed.